This is Larry Jordan, the host of the Digital Production Buzz. The following interview is an excerpt from a recent program. To hear the entire program, visit digitalproductionbuzz.com. Ned Soltz is an author, editor, educator, and consultant on all things related to digital video. He's also a contributing editor for Digital Video Magazine, a moderator on 2Pop and Creative Cow forums, and a regular correspondent here on The Buzz. And tonight, he's playing Santa in disguise. Hello, Ned. Welcome back.
Hi, Larry, and happy Thanksgiving to you and to all of our viewers tonight.
And a very happy Thanksgiving to you as well. Ned, tonight is the start of the biggest and longest shopping weekend of the year. So my very first question to you is, what gear has caught your eye?
Well, let's start with small cameras, action cameras. And what I've got right here, and let's see if we can hold this up and the eye camera can get this. This is from AEE. Its model is an ST71 Plus action camera. It's really a clone of a GoPro, and you can see that with the accessories on the bottom, it's going to use pretty much the same accessories as a GoPro is going to use. The difference is standard equipment. It comes with a screen, rear viewing screen. It's water safe up to 328 feet. Its battery goes much longer, and it has about a 350-foot Wi-Fi range, so making it a little bit more suitable for a drone. And it also does 4K, 2.7K, high frame rate, and it's only $349. Which is about $150 cheaper than the GoPro. But then if you add the screen to the GoPro, which is another $99, you're considerably less than a GoPro. And it's the ST71 Plus from AEE. We have a box right here, as a matter of fact, that I can hold up. And that's one of the coolest action cameras that I have that I've seen lately, and that they sent me to play with. And the image is really quite good.
Now, you said that shoots both 2.7K and 4K?
4K as well as 1080.
For less than $400.
For less than $400, right, with an LCD screen and with higher battery capacity than a GoPro, greater depth capacity than a GoPro, and longer Wi-Fi throw than a GoPro.
Wow.
So that's really a pretty worthwhile action camera to take a look at.
Okay.
And it takes the same accessories as a GoPro, and we're talking roughly the same weight.
So what else we got?
Well, so that I can also give GoPro a little plug right here. I do have a GoPro right here, but I have this as well on another toy that I have, which is a stabilizer. That's the big thing these days, is to be able to shoot stabilized video. And this is from Feiyu, Feiyu. And this runs about $225. And it's a stabilized gimbal. There are models for the iPhone. There are models for the Sony Action Cam. There are models that hold a GoPro such as this, and this happens to be a Hero 4 Plus. There's several modes to this, so I'm at a straight mode right now. I can do this mode where I can pan it.
Now, the camera doesn't look like it's floating. It looks like it's just sort of, how is it working then? Is it damping the movement?
It's a 3-axis brushless gimbal that's within this. So the camera is really very much floating, and you get remarkably stable shots with this, and it doesn't take a tremendous amount of effort. There's even a low mode as well, where you can hit this little control button right here 3 times, and then you can, let's see if we can do this right here on camera. Did I get this 3 times right?
Oh,
then
my
I can
goodness.
invert that camera, and I can carry that in a low mode for perfect stability. Hit that 3 times. That should run it right back up here to its proper mode. Okay, it's taking its time. But now again, for about $5 on eBay, you can add little iPhone mount right here, because of course your GoPro can send a wireless remote to the iPhone, which you can then use as a viewfinder, and you're just going to open this little clamp right here and stick your iPhone in it. It's really a bicycle mount. that could be used, but it's available on eBay directly from China for about $5 or $6. I've seen it on Amazon for about $17, which means that the guy importing it and selling it on Amazon is buying it from China for $6. And as a matter of fact, I didn't have any problem getting it at all. I placed my order. 6 days later, it came from China for $6. So now I really have a pretty nice mobile system right here for my GoPro, and it'll also work with the AEE as well. So I've got 2 units that I can handle with this. Oh, by the way, going back to that AEE, the AEE comes with a free wireless app, and the AEE app is able to control several cameras simultaneously. So if you had several of these AEE cameras, you can do a split screen and control them remotely, whereas on the GoPro, you can only control or stream one camera at a time. So the advances in this just get greater and greater. And I think these are some of the coolest toys to have today, between the gimbals and the stabilizers. Now, I don't have one to show you right now. If you want to spend a little bit more money, $649, which by comparison isn't that much, because the GoPro is $500, the Feiyu is $222, the $649 DJI, the people that give us the Ronin and the people that give us the great drones that they're producing, now have a device called an Osmo, OSMO. And the Osmo is a 2/3 inch sensor camera, which is up to about 14 megapixels. So it can do 14 megapixel stills. It can do 4K video. It can do high frame rate, up to 120 frames per second, mounted on an even higher quality brushless gimbal than the Feiyu that I was showing. And that's just released right now, and it's selling for $649. So there's some of the mobile recording devices that I think are a lot of fun. Now, of course, we could always talk about drones, but I don't know what kind of gift you're giving somebody when you give them a drone these days, because there are limited places where you can fly it. I mean, here in Bergen County, New Jersey, it's illegal to fly a drone anywhere in Bergen County. In New York City, they're contemplating even stronger legislation against drones. And there's even a drone scam going on right now, where you'll get an email saying that for $25 you can register your drone with the FAA, which is a complete scam because the registry isn't even open yet. So
yeah, I want to hold it. I want to slow down for a second, because I want to emphasize that. There is this scam that says sign up for $25, which is not approved by the FAA. The registry doesn't exist. You don't want to participate. Just wait, because the FAA has not yet announced registration rules, and not all drones are going to be registered. So that's a really good point.
Yeah, I think that's important to know, that if you do happen to get a drone for the holiday gifts, or give a drone for the holiday gifts, number one, make certain that you're giving it to a person who can actually be in an area who's able to fly it.
Well, we've got a couple minutes left. Is there any other toy that's, impressive tool that's caught your attention?
Actually, yes. For $129, and it's supposed to be shipping this week, but apparently it hasn't shipped so far. And that's from X-Rite, our favorite color calibration and color chart people. X-Rite has produced for $129 a chart that they're calling a color checker video. They're also doing a pocket version of that. That'll be $149 that has a few more. And it's different than the conventional color charts that we've had so far, because it has colors that also emulate skin tones. It has a strip of white, it has a strip of pure black, and a strip of 18% gray. And then the reverse side is purely a white card.
Now, is this something that would take the place of the famous DSC charts that we see around all the time, where you can use it to align and color balance cameras?
Exactly. It's a different concept completely, because X-Rite claims that this is really designed for video specifically, and it will be supported in a revision of DaVinci Resolve that we'll see in early 2016, and it will also be in Color Finale. Denver Riddle's a great color plugin for Final Cut Pro, and Denver has announced that by the end of 2015, he'll be supporting the X-Rite color video checker within his app as well. But in the meantime, you can still use that to put at the head of your scene, and to be able to use your scopes then to align and or to match shots between cameras. And that's really an innovation, because it's a step ahead of the famous DSC charts that we've been seeing and we've been using.
You know, I thought things would be slowing down at the end of the year, but your gear chest is just spilling over with stuff.
Oh, it's spilling over, and that's only the givable toys right now. The gear chest that I'm sitting here on product reviews that I'm writing is just amazing. I'm sitting here on products in the studio that are running from $100 products to a $50,000 product I've got sitting around. The $50,000 product, of course, I told the manufacturer I'm absconding to a country that doesn't have extradition treaty with the U.S. so they can see their Canon C300 Mark II and the Canon Cine 17-120 lens and Zacuto ring somewhere in a Caribbean island. But again, the point is, whatever price range you find yourself in, you can create some wonderful images. It's not just the hardware. It's the vision, it's the talent, it's how you use those tools. And just as we're seeing the C300s, like I have sitting downstairs in the studio, used for high-end, so do you see GoPros used in cinema and in cinematic applications. It's all how you use it, but particularly now they go back to those wonderful little gimbals that we have. We can get such wonderfully stable shots with GoPro, and then change the images, straighten the images, defisheye the images, and we've produced beautiful work for relatively little money. There's so much creativity that's out there and so much potential that it really makes it a very exciting end of year to see all of these new toys and tools that are arriving.
Ned, for people that want to keep track of all the research and writing you're doing, where can they go on the web?
You can go right now most easily at creativeplanetnetworks.com, where you'll find a whole score of articles that I have written and that are in process. And
the voice of creativeplanetnetworks.com is Ned Soltz. Ned, it's always a delight having you with us. I wish you a very happy Thanksgiving, and we'll talk to you again before Christmas.
And the same to you all. Bye-bye.
If you'd like to see more videos like this one, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. To stay connected and receive updates from The Buzz, sign up for our free weekly newsletter now. Or you can learn more about us on our website. And thanks for watching The Digital Production Buzz.